Rumour debunked. Meghan getting her revenge on Queen by leaking Queen's fake funeral details on air. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon, thanks. About the latest plans to mark the death of the monarch, funeral details for the Queen have been leaked in Australia after the new Prime Minister Anthony Albanese received an updated briefing. Updated plans to mark the death of Queen Elizabeth II have been leaked in Australia. Newly elected Prime Minister Anthony Albanese was briefed earlier this week about the latest plans for the Queen's funeral. According to the extraordinary briefing, obtained by The Australian, the country will mark the event with a public holiday. Details such as the length of mourning and funeral guest lists were also discussed. An hour before a public statement is released by Buckingham Palace, according to the leaked details, Prime Minister Albanese will be informed about the Queen's death. The country will then follow other Commonwealth countries by observing 10 days of mourning with flags flying at half-mast. Immediately after the news is announced, the Australian PM will put on a black tie. The briefing also revealed that the PM's planned statement about the monarch's death, which will be delivered in Canberra, has already been drafted. Meanwhile, in the UK, the Queen's coffin will be transported from her home at Windsor Castle after her death to Buckingham Palace, where it will remain for 4 days. It will then be taken to Westminster Hall to lie in state for another 4 days. The funeral will take place at Westminster Abbey 10 days after her death. The Prime Minister and Australia's Governor-General are among those invited to fly to London. Also on the guest list for the funeral are 4 official Australian mourners. Alongside them, 10 to 12 notable Australians, including First Australians, sport, community, and charity representatives, will be invited to the Queen's funeral. In Australia, a state funeral will be held, as well as a special service at an Anglican cathedral. A special meeting of the Executive Council in Australia will also be held to proclaim Charles as King of Australia. Afterwards, Governor-General David Hurley will officially proclaim Charles III as the new King of Australia in a session of Parliament House. The King's full Australian title will be Charles III, by the grace of God, King of Australia and his other realms and territories, head of the Commonwealth. Due to ongoing ability to move issues, the 96-year-old's health has been a concern after the monarch was forced to cancel a series of public appearances during the Platinum Jubilee weekend. After when the Queen dies, this comes as Prime Minister Albanese claimed that Australia could split from the monarchy and become a republic. Earlier this month, he appointed Matt Thistlethwaite as the Assistant Minister for the Republic. Mr. Thistlethwaite said, "Do we want King Charles, or are we mature enough or independent enough to look to appoint one of our own as our head of state?" Thanks for watching, guys. Please, like this video, share this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.